Look forward to seeing you next time on The Chase Australia.
Tonight, the proposal for a bridge in the Daintree.
Drug raids on the Cassowary coast.
New skin cancer technology.
And Maisie the Joey's amazing adventure.
Across Cairns and far north Queensland, this is 7 News with Rob Brough and Joanne Desmond.
Good evening, thanks for joining us.
Good evening.
A controversial plan to build a bridge over the Daintree River has been slammed by a former Douglas Shire mayor. Julia Loy has spoken to 7 News, warning the heritage site would be destroyed if the project goes ahead.
It's a concept that's been discussed for years, but do ratepayers want a bridge over these troubled and croc-infested waters?
Well, it's very mixed.
Only 5% of people were in favour of a bridge.
Michael Kerr became the Douglas Shire mayor after beating Julia Loy in the March election, but 6 months on, she's spoken out against the development.
It will destroy a magnificent and magical entry into the Daintree.
Not at all. That's just scare tactics.
From Monday, the public will be able to have their say, keep the ferry or build a bridge. More than 22,000 people already made their opinion clear, signing a petition to save the Daintree again. According to council, building a bridge here could cost up to $75 million, and visitors who use the bridge could still be charged a toll once it's open. And who will foot the bill?
Of course it's going to be funded by state and federal funding, so not by the ratepayers.
A decision is expected to be made by early next year. Matthew Carstunen, 7 News.
4 passengers involved in a deadly crash in Yarrabah remain in Cairns Hospital in a serious but stable condition. 2 cars collided on a bend on Back Beach Road on Saturday night, and both drivers died. Police believe alcohol and speed may have been a factor in the crash. One local says officers don't patrol the streets at night, but police have rejected the claim.
10 people have been charged with almost 30 serious offences during a police drug bust on the Cassowary coast. Officers searched homes around Innisfail with a pair of teens now accused of trafficking. Jordan Quinn has more.
Joe, detectives have executed 7 search warrants at homes across the Cassowary coast and allegedly uncovered thousands of dollars worth of illegal drugs. Police say they found a pop-up marijuana grow tent along with a number of cannabis plants in one of the properties. Methamphetamine, pharmaceutical tablets, fireworks and more than $1,000 of cash were also allegedly found in residences around Gundy Hill, Marulian, Innisfail and South Johnston. 10 people aged between 19 and 59 have been charged in the sting, with police laying a total of 29 serious drug charges, including drug trafficking. Those people will face the Innisfail Magistrates Court later this month. In a separate operation, officers searched a Manoora home yesterday and charged a 28-year-old woman with supplying methamphetamine to 2 14-year-old girls back in June. The woman will now face Cairns Magistrates Court late next month on 4 counts of supplying a dangerous drug to a minor. Rob?
Jordan, thank you very much, mate. Parents have been given an urgent warning to keep their children off social media until graphic vision of a live suicide is removed. The video is being deliberately hidden in the comments sections or edited into another, more innocent video, catching many unaware. And we warn viewers, this story contains confronting themes.
The video was posted on August 31st. It shows 33-year-old Mississippi man Ronnie McNutt taking his own life while live streaming on Facebook. The video has been widely shared. Some schools sent letters to parents today warning them to keep their children offline.
Lots and lots of discussion, answer all their questions and don't try and put your head in the sand, because unfortunately this kind of issue on social media isn't going anywhere.
Dr Rachel Sharman says it's a chance to talk to adolescents about the reality of suicide.
That if this is happening and you've got teenage kids in the house, you know it's going on, for heaven's sakes, you be the one to bring it up, you take charge of the conversation and then you can direct where that goes.
For some, the video might trigger dark thoughts.
That other kids watching it, particularly vulnerable kids, can take that on and go, well, no one loves me, no one cares about me, someone will care about me while I'm dying.
Experts say social media companies have a responsibility to remove offensive videos.
The fact that they're still not taking those steps to moderate that content out really quite quickly is really disturbing.
In some cases, the video has been downloaded and edited into innocent videos that start by showing pictures of puppies and kittens. It means kids are caught unaware.
Expect them to have an anxious reaction, expect them to be shocked, expect them to have a lot of questions, even about just death.
If you need help, call Lifeline on 13 11 14. Katie Toney, 7 News.
Cutting-edge skin-checking technology has made its way to Cairns and is being used at a GP in a world first. The new machine uses 3D imaging to map moles, and doctors believe it will advance early detection of melanomas.
It looks like something from the future, but doctors believe this machine is actually the future of skin cancer diagnosis.
It's the first time in the world that we can offer it from a general practice.
It's called the Vectra WB360. Patients step in and 92 cameras will flash, taking a full body scan without radiation, and within minutes your own mole map is generated.
It essentially takes a 3D photograph of your skin and collects all the moles, and we put it in a USB stick and you take it home and you can keep an eye on your moles.
The $500,000 machine is just one of 4 in Australia. The other 3 are being used for medical research down south.
It's high definition, so the clarity is so good that you can see blood vessels in your eyes.
The cutting-edge technology is aimed at making it easier to monitor and detect skin cancer. Dr. Vin sees 1,000 patients every week and diagnoses 1 melanoma every day.
That's why we've invested in it. So we're actually inviting doctors and practices from all over the country to come here.
Many people will develop a skin cancer in their lifetime. One of the things that is important is that people get to know their skin.
But artificial intelligence or not, it'll never replace a doctor's opinion.
It encourages people to come in, and I think this is the way forward.
Jordan Quinn, 7 News.
Another cassowary has died after it was struck by a car in Mission Beach. Our wildlife carers say the young male was hit on Mission Beach Road on Sunday afternoon and had to be euthanased because of its injuries. They claim the driver did not report the incident to authorities. It follows at least 4 cassowary deaths on our roads in recent months.
A red kangaroo joey has hitchhiked from Longreach to Cairns with 2 men travelling through outback Queensland. The pair took little Maisie in after finding her on the side of the road.
Maisie is still finding her feet.
She also is only just starting to walk at the moment, so that's a really cute process as well. You kind of have to help them figure out their legs. The other day she got her legs stuck behind her head and freaked out.
But this little macropod has certainly gone the distance. She's travelled the open road from Longreach to the far north.
She was rescued 14 hours away from here. These lovely members of the public actually stopped, checked the pouch of a kangaroo that had been hit by a car and pulled little Maisie from the pouch.
Not knowing what to do with her, the 2 men decided she'd be their new companion. And that's how Maisie made it to Cairns. Unusual territory for a red kangaroo. When Shay Ager got the call to say there was a kangaroo that needed caring, she jumped at the chance to take her in. She will stay in care for the next few months before heading back to Western Queensland.
She'll be in care with us until the end of November, and then we'll be travelling back down south to drop her back off where she's from.
Until then, this little girl will happily ride shotgun. Georgia Terry, 7 News.
All the best to little Maisie. We'll take a break. In a moment, the new perspective in training for life flight rescues.
And the AFL players embracing the fine art of mindfulness.
Can anything beat the great Aussie pie?
A pie inspired by your country of origin.
The French pie.
Simple, elegant.
The Vietnamese pie. The Indian pie. Or the Aussie Vegemite pie.
The people's pie.
Only the best pie will win.
Oh.
It's all on the line in a double elimination.
At the end of today, 2 teams will be eliminated.
Plate of Origin. Tonight, 7:30 on 7.
No need to pack your bags. Holiday at home with Patio World. We have a complete range of home improvement products that will transform and add value to your home. Book your design consultation now. We can create the perfect holiday home at your place.
Dixon Home's sensational spring sale is on now. Add incredible value to your new home with our exclusive solar upgrade. You'll save thousands on your energy with a free upgrade to 6.6 kilowatt solar panels. Hurry, sensational spring sale ends soon. Visit the office or our Smithfield Village display home today.
The advertising's changed over the last few years since we began. But this is where local search helps me. Getting everything behind the scenes correct to actually push me up top and get me up there on top of Google.
For close to a century, Cane Growers has and continues to be the proud voice of sugarcane farmers. Farmers that have grown Queensland, grown communities, grown families, in the good times and when things have grown tough. We've been there every step of the way. We're growing smarter, working harder. The future excites us. Cane Growers, our voice growing Queensland. Visit canegrowers.com.au to find out more.
How's that for serenity?
Can care be better at home?
Oh, it's sanctuary. Your home's a bit of a sanctuary. Yeah, for me, rehab at home, it gave me a huge amount of flexibility to be able to do the things I wanted to do. It allowed me to unstress and be in the moment in your house in your own comfort zone, which was really good for me and my state of mind.
Search Medibank at home to see how we're creating better choices for our members.
If you're experiencing abuse or domestic violence, contact 1-800-RESPECT for free, confidential advice and counselling, online and by phone 24/7. There's no place for abuse or domestic violence. Help is here. Authorised by the Australian Government, Canberra.
Nice having you with us on 7 News. The RACQ live flight aircrew is now training for high-intensity situations with a different perspective. Through a new virtual reality simulator, the team is able to create situations not possible during normal drills.
Training like this.
Okay, mate, we're in the hold short there.
Develops the skills of live flight crews in situations like these.
Working on a VR sim is obviously much more beneficial than flying around in circles in the sky in the real helicopter, which is very expensive.
We've currently got the Thales Level D full flight simulator for our pilots. We've got our medical simulator for our doctors, and this is the final string in our bow for air crewman training.
The new technology takes training to new heights while staying grounded.
You hear everything through the headset as you would for real. Without that harness, you do get a sense that you might fall out the door if you're not careful.
It allows for scenarios that can't be replicated in normal training situations.
We did have a scenario where there was a motor vehicle accident in some trees. It was a long way from a hospital, so the helicopter was required.
I can put lightning into the equation. I can bring the wind. I can get people to move. It just gives us so much ability to adjust the training world for them.
And it's all from behind a screen, so when the call comes in, this team is ready to respond. Hope Wilson, 7 News.
Sydney Swans players have taken some time away from training to focus on their mental health. They spent the morning at Palm Cove embracing mindfulness meditation.
A morning by the water at Palm Cove was all these swans needed. On the beach at sunrise, there was nothing but the sand and the sea. The perfect spot for some downtime.
I think we deal with it pretty well throughout the week. Obviously, it's a short week. We got a 5-day break between games, so those 5 days are really crucial to preparing your body, preparing your mind.
But in the face of a global pandemic, the games still go on. And it's never been more important for teams to be on their game.
With this year, everything's changing. You just got to be able to be fluid with everything and be able to adapt quickly. And I think the teams that are able to do that are the teams that usually come out on top. So just being able to adjust all the time.
AFL players have been enjoying the sights of the far north as part of their stay. Yesterday, Melbourne Demons players took a tour of the Cairns Aquarium.
We're all pretty up and about, so yeah.
The teams will remain in the far north until the end of September. Georgia Terry, 7 News.
Well, this bloke from Kansas had a weekend he'll never forget after winning $92,000 on Keno. The wedding ticket was sold at the Brothers League Club on Anderson Street on Friday. The lucky winner says he was taken by surprise and will use the extra cash to top up his retirement nest egg. Further proof the far north's lucky streak is showing no signs of slowing down. Well done. Good on you, mate. Cowboys. They're keeping the same lineup this week, mate.
It's a rarity, isn't it, Brough? Ahead of Sunday's battle with the Storm on the sunny coast, Josh Hannay has been able to keep the same side for the first time all season. More on that next. And the Melbourne Demons depart the far north after another night to forget at Cairns.
Sunday, Wayne Carey faces his greatest challenge yet.
Next time I see you, you'll be naked.
The all-new Monty is hitting the road.
Todd's always worried about footballers dancing.
The biggest stars are bearing all for a great cause. But you haven't seen them till you've seen all of them. The Australian sensation is back.
This is the all-new Monty.
Guys and gals.
Sunday at 7 on 7.
You too can get that winning peeling because the Monopoly game at Macca's is making winners. There's a 1 in 5 chance of winning instantly with $532 million worth of prizes to be won. Peel, play and win at Macca's today.
At 40 Winks Cairns, we want you to sleep well. And right now, we are going to give you this beautiful Australian-made mattress at this incredible low price. Then donate $100 to the Far North Queensland Hospital Foundation to help them help us.
The Ned's Punters Toolbox makes punting easy this spring. Take it to the Ned's level.
We started Boccaccio in 1958, more or less from nothing. We were there selling cheeses and mortadellas, parma ham, before the supermarkets even knew what delis looked like. I've got 11 grandchildren working on the cash registers and a few more to follow shortly.
Food and wine is the centre of our lives. Boccaccio IGA, as we are here, is like 45 years old. Our customers are basically friends and family. They've seen us all grow up.
Take my hand, we can get lost together.
Imagine a great interest rate
A life that we live forever.
for a really great set of wheels. Scrub up in no time with Queensland Country Bank. Imagine more.
Cairns cash or car. $20,000 cash or a VW Polo to be won every fortnight. Spend $20 in the club and we could be calling you to choose the cash or car. Cairns COVID Busters. Who are we going to call?
I will look for you, and I will find you.
Liam Neeson kicks off the action-packed trilogy.
Where's my daughter?
Taken tonight on 7.
Welcome back to 7 News. The Melbourne Demons AFL season is in a tailspin after another shock loss in Cairns, this time by 14 points last night to the Fremantle Dockers. In miserable conditions, the D's chances of playing finals footy have suffered a likely fatal blow. They're now 2 wins outside the top 8.
It was a chance to play in paradise, but a pair of poor performances resulted in the holiday from hell for the Melbourne Demons.
It's just disappointing 5 days, you know.
Simon Goodwin had made 7 changes to the side that lost to Sydney last week at Cairns, but while the players may have changed, the game was still the same. In driving winds and pouring rain, the D's were treading water.
He's caught one flush too. As a club, I think we need to become a much more ruthless club and really grow up.
The conditions weren't affecting Fremantle's Michael Walters. By three-quarter time, Sonny had outscored the entire Melbourne team by himself.
Ball runs to the back. Hibbert in some trouble. Stolen by Walters again. Second time. He's picked their pocket.
I think a lot gets made of Sonny, and the expectations on Sonny are higher, but since he's come back from injury, he hasn't been in horrendous form.
The D's tried to spark a comeback in the final term, but it was too late. Losers by 14 points. Now their finals destiny is out of their hands. They'll need to win out and rely on other results to play in the postseason.
We need to play better footy. That's the first and foremost thing. We've got to win games first.
The Dockers will get a chance to double down at Cairns. They'll play their final match of the season here against the Western Bulldogs. The Dogs are no stranger to the ground, having last played here in 2016. That match kicks off at 6:10 p.m. on Sunday, September 20. Jesse Sweet, 7 News.
On the local scene, and the Cairns City Lions are hitting form at the right time as they look to secure the 4th spot in this year's AFL Cairns final series. Just one win separated the Lions and Menunda Hawks on the ladder when they met in round 9, but you wouldn't have guessed it by watching the game. The Lions booted 21 goals on their way to a huge 116-point win and now sit 1 win clear of the 5th-placed Central's Trinity Bulldogs with a bye in hand. It's taken 18 rounds, but the Cowboys reached a milestone today, naming the exact same 21-man squad for 2 matches in a row for the first time this season. North Queensland's drought-ending win prompting Josh Hannay to reward his side to face the Storm this weekend on the Sunshine Coast. Even Queensland rep Cohen Hess was overlooked for a recall.
Team Tuesday's never been this easy for Josh Hannay.
We actually just threw a big party in there because it's the first time all year we've been able to name the same squad, so probably says a fair bit about our season.
The interim coach taking an "if it ain't broke, don't fix it" approach after the Cowboys secured a breakthrough win.
We weren't perfect, but we also didn't have guys really let the team down by having the poorest game.
Gavin Cooper's been named to start in the second row but won't. Playing mind games with the Storm wasn't Hannay's motivation.
I just want to keep Coops in his beloved number 11. But most likely Tom will start.
Cohen Hess was due to return from suspension but will continue watching from the sidelines.
I thought he was pretty disappointing against Cronulla. He's defensively, he needs to be a lot better.
Consistency has eluded the 24-year-old who was playing for Queensland in 2017.
Maybe he was thrown into Origin before he really earned it. There was a lot came Cohen's way early in his career, which may have created pressure and to live up to that hype, if you like.
Meanwhile, Hannay's confirmed he wants to stay with the club in 2021, but the decision will be Todd Payton's.
Whether I'm part of that sort of staff, I'm not sure. If I'm not, then I'm happy to go elsewhere and continue to, I guess, develop and grow as a coach.
Jessica Stewart, 7 News.
Sticking with league, and Pride coach Ty Williams says this week's Reef Kings squad will be like a Lightning Challenge All-Stars team as they prepare to face the Tully Tigers. Williams views the final round of the challenge as a chance to reward players who have impressed in the past 5 weeks. Ivanhoe's duo Dallas Garden and Wyatt Barnes have forced their way into the side, while Evan Childs was one of the first players picked.
He's really put his hand up and probably changes the way that we're going to play moving forward, which is a good thing in the way the game's going.
The action kicks off at the Tully Showgrounds at 4:30 p.m. on Saturday when the Pride Giants take on Brothers. And just back at the Cowboys, let's hope that Josh Hannay is kept around the Cowboys next year. He's done a great job and it's just good to see them all smiling at the moment.
Just loves the club,
he
mate,
sure
doesn't
does.
he?
Yep.
Yeah. Good on you, Nath.
All right, we'll stay with us after the break. Livio joins us with all the weather details.
Salvage is going airborne, but what goes up must come to... Oh, you cooked it. New Aussie Salvage Squad, tonight on Mate.
What matters most to you? Is it the place you call home? Or a life on the land? Is it looking after your best worker? Or the business you've put everything into? Or a game that brings us together? What is money for? If not for this?
NAB. More than money.
Oh, here comes dinner.
Yeah. Domino's half and half. Hawaiian for me, meat lovers for you.
Talk about a fairy tale ending.
Nothing brings people together like a Domino's half and half. Bring it in.
In these uncertain times, Turner's Home Appliances are still open for business and ready to help. Grab a deal on TVs, fridges, washers, Weber barbecues, air cons and more. Only at Turner's Home Appliances. Come in store or pick up the phone. 149 Spen Street.
At McLeod's, we specialise in painting roofs in energy-efficient heat-reflective paint, swimming pools, driveways, decking, kitchen recoats, as well as repairs and rust treatments. For peace of mind, McLeod's Painting and Waterproofing Services.
It's our 25th year in local business here at VIP Furniture and Bedding. We are locally owned and offer local discounts, and right now you'll save 25 to 50% off store-wide at VIP Furniture Smithfield.
Days are brighter, weather's getting warmer. Spring is your time to shine. Join Queensland Country Health Fund before October 31 and you could win a $2,000 holiday prize. So spring to it with Queensland Country Health Fund. Imagine more.
Look around. As the favourites come out, it begins. Observing with an eagle eye. Mastering the art of stashing. Oh, brilliant Ove Grant. Cadbury favourites. Everyone gets their favourites.
This 12-year-old Aussie girl takes on the world's best, singing Lady Gaga.
I'm ready.
The baby!
Perfection!
Get behind our Aussies in the America's Got Talent Finals, Thursday on 7.
Good evening, Livio Regano with tonight's weather. Winds and showers are probably at their peak right now for the Queensland tropics. From tomorrow, conditions should start to ease, except perhaps north of Townsville, where the sun won't properly shine again until Thursday. A top of 29 degrees at Cairns Airport today, and not all that much different to yesterday. At Mareeba, the top was 26 degrees, and Cooktown reached a high of 30. Moving on to the satellite loop now, I do have to apologise. There's lots of cloud across eastern Queensland, but you just can't see it on these enhancements because it's too low. It shows up as these fuzzy grey shades, but it's actually producing quite widespread shower activity, even though it's only light, especially in those exposed areas like the Whitsunday coast, the far northern tropics, and even right down through Fraser Island and the Sunshine Coast. Inland has been mostly clear, certainly not too much around the Darling Downs or Central Highlands. Today's chart now, the main high pressure system still very large. It's nearly 1,030 hectopascals, but it's out closer towards New Zealand now, but certainly strong enough to strengthen up the winds, especially in the tropics. We've still got a warning for small ships north of Mackay, and even in the southeast, winds have been fresh, and we've had those ongoing showers because an upper level trough has also enhanced them going across. On tomorrow's chart, the upper trough moves offshore and the isobars spread apart, so things clear in the south, but still quite wet in the northern tropics. On the outlook chart, the next trough approaches, could set off a few storms on the downs, which by Friday will reach the southeast coast. And now the latest from the Weather Bureau. The boating forecast for Cairns waters: southeast winds between 15 and 25 knots tomorrow, an easterly swell up to 2 metres. Thursday's winds up to 25 knots again, and Friday southeast between 10 and 20. If you're up early tomorrow, you'll be greeted with the first low tide of the day. It's almost a neap tide, so don't expect much of a rise through the afternoon. The North Tropical Coast and Tablelands a partly cloudy day with more showers. Cairns 20 up to 27 degrees, 21 for Atherton, quite cool. Innisfail and Mareeba 25. And looking ahead for Cairns, consistent temperatures over the 7-day period with tops in the high 20s and bottoms mainly in the high teens. Showers clearing from Thursday into the weekend. For Atherton, the trend is the same. The showers will start to taper off on Thursday, but still a bit of cloud lingering right through the weekend. Tops around 22, 23. Tonight's photo was brought to you from the Urangan Marina, looking out towards Fraser Island, where I myself spent the weekend just gone. It shows a nice, neat line of flat-based cumulus clouds, the type that eventually grow into showers. Thanks, Judy Calvert, for the pic, and thank you all for your patronage to 7 Weather. Now it's back to the team.
Great, thanks for that, Livio. And that's all from us for this Tuesday. Thanks for your company.
Just a reminder, anytime you like, you can catch our news on 7+. Otherwise, we'll see you tomorrow night. Take care. Good night.
Good night.